woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my...
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
What you got? Huh? What you got? Huh?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
81. Here we go. 120. What's on?
Wins to throw on 2nd down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An Eagle first down, Wins to Ertz.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Let's go.
It's Pumphrey on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They run with Pumphrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Wentz now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Rip. 180.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Lock in.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Lock in. Lock in.
They get it to him running left. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
This 5-7.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Right back to him on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Come on now, oh, come on now, let's go. Black. Hey, stack. Here, sit.
On second down, here's Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. Hey! Lion. Hey, 5-2, out here.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Let's go. Lock in. Lock in.
They go with Chubb on second down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. On third down, Trubisky. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call.
Hurry!
Here's Trubisky. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Hurry! Lock in, lock in.
They'll give it to Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is third, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mitchell Trubisky with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Lutz now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Let's go. Great.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ram. Liz. 81. Here we go. 120.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. If 3rd down's important to them, they find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Into the red zone. Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll give it to him up the middle. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Elliott puts this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Trubisky on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on. Go. Hey, ram. Here, sit.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
57. Liz. Go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
81. Here we go.
To throw, it's Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
18, 18.
Everyone come.
18, 18. Hey, 18, 18, 18.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Lutz now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Shifts by him. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. A handoff to start out the drive. It's Pumphrey. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
82, 82.
Working from the gun. Wentz finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And the Saints signal for another timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Down, man, 5-4. Trey 15, Trey 15.
Wentz now on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
81, 81. Trey 15, Trey 15.
Again, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
Go, go.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Red, up. 18. Red, up.
On 1st down, Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
18. Red, up. Blue.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And, he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Blue, blue, blue.
Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is
Red, up. Gotta go.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Gotta go.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
We got three, fellas.
Lock in. Hey, gotta go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hands up. Blue. Red, up. Hey, gotta go.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Let's go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Trubisky. A solid stiff arm. They'll find Sutton on the right side complete. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb, a gain of 3, 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Let's go, let's go. Lock in, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
They run it again with Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Lock in, lock in.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But
Gotta go.
I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gary. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now he opts for the spin. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Lock in.
A give, this is Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
18. Lock in.
Here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. From the 21, it's second and 10. Second and 10, it's Trubisky again. Flush to his right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
180. Lock in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
Move.
Now it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Nigel Bradham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. And now
Trubisky lost the football, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now it's Trubisky. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously, a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Wentz now on first down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this. Move. Red, up. Red, up. 18.
Here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. He can run for it. Now Trubisky lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Eagles. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Hey, Lou.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
82.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
Lock in.
They pitch it to Chubb. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Gotta go.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Saints, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.